بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي رسوله الكريم أما بعد وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم الوالد أوسط أبواب الجنة. 2 weeks left until Parents' Evening, so I thought it would be appropriate to spend the next 2 weeks talking about probably the two most important people that you have in your life now and you probably ever will have: mother and father. And this week I want to focus in on the role and the relationship we should have with our fathers. Now, unfortunately, fathers have this reputation of being the one that is the disciplinarian in the family, that is strict, that is harsh, the one that imposes restrictions. But this is far from the reality of what a father should be like, and what the best role model of fatherhood in our life is: Rasulullah. When the hadith I quoted at the beginning of the khutbah, al-walidu, the father, is awsatu abwabil jannah, the best, the central gate to Jannah. So your father is one of the most important parts for you to attain Jannah. And as we heard in the assembly on Thursday as well, sakhatu rabbi fi sakhatil walid, the anger of Allah is in the anger of the father, and the pleasure of Allah is in the pleasure of the father as well. So it's not just simply about when your father gets angry, you're in trouble. Understand that he might be getting angry about something or upset with something that Allah Himself is not happy with as well. And if you really think about it, every time your fathers may have been angry with you or been upset about something or punished you, I bet it was something for your own benefit. Something whereby you were doing something where either you were going to get in trouble or get hurt, or you were being unfair to your siblings. So even in the anger of your parents, particularly the father, there is wisdom. Allah is showing you that there is care and concern as well. Fathers aren't just angry and upset all the time. They only get angry and upset if there's reason for them to be like that with you in the first place. There was a boy, and he was a very lazy boy. I've mentioned this story to you before as well. And he never used to work. He used to take advantage of his father, and anything that his father gave him, he always wanted more. And when it came time for him to start working and earning money, he was lazy. He never used to go out, never used to earn money, and he used to just leech off his dad with whatever he brought at home. So one day his dad said to him, "Son, you need to learn the value of hard work. So you're not going to get any food, you're not going to get anything until you bring me some money, you give me the money, and then I'm going to give you some food." So the boy thought, "Oh man, Dad, what's going on? You turned strict all of a sudden." He goes, "No, you're of the age now where you should be valuing money, hard work and respect. Bring me some money, you give it to me, then you get food." So what shall I do? So he went to his mother, crying like a baby. "Oh, mummy, Daddy's not going to give me any food. I'm going to be starving to death. Give me some money so I can give it to him so I can eat." So mothers being the way they are, she gave him some money, he brought it to the father, and he said, "Here you go, Dad, here's the money for today, let me have my food." He goes, "Okay, go and throw the money in the well. Go and throw it away." So the boy thought, okay. So he went, he threw the money in the well, he came back, and then his father said, "Okay, here's your food for today." Second day, father said same thing. "Bring me some money, then you get some food." So this time he thought, what shall I do now? So he had one sister. He went to his sister. "Oh, my beloved sister, I know we've had problems in the past, but I'm hungry. I need some food. So give me some money so that I can eat today." So the sister, being his sister, being soft and generous and kind-hearted, she gave him some money. He went to the father that night, brought the money. Father said, "Okay, go and throw this money in the well, throw it away, and then I'll give you some food." So the boy thought, okay, it's a bit weird, but I'll do it. So he went and he threw the money away, came back. Father gave him food. Third day, father said same thing. More money, then food. Now the boy didn't have any family left. Mother's given him the money, sister's giving him the money, they're not going to give any more. Then he thought, what shall I do? Then the day passed, he was getting hungrier and hungrier, and he realized the time was coming where his father would be asking for money, and if he didn't give any money, he would be getting no food. So now he went out, and he was a young boy, couldn't get any good work. He thought, I'm going to actually have to do something to get this money. So he went to a local area, and he started logging down and cutting down trees, and he would sell those logs on the street. His hands became blistered, and he was sweating, and he was hungry, and he was thirsty. But this time he earned the same amount of money, but he had worked so hard for it. He went back to his dad in the evening, and his dad goes, "What happened to you?" He goes, "Well, I've been working the whole day, and I've managed to just about earn this money today." He goes, "Okay, go and throw it in the well, and I'll give you some food." This time the boy said, "What? Dad, Do you know how hard I had to work to get this money? Look at my hands. Look at my armpits. Look at my shirt. It's all dripped with sweat. And I've got bloody blistered hands. I'm not throwing this money in the well now. Give me my food. I've worked too hard for it. He goes, no. Why were you not making this big fuss before? He goes, well, Dad, look, honestly, that wasn't my money. That was someone else's money. But now I've earned it. I want you to give me my food. He goes, exactly. Now you've earned it. Now you know the value of what fathers do for you. That I go out and earn money for you as well. It's easy to spend money. It's hard to earn it. So the boy understood the lesson that his father was trying to teach him, the value of fathers and the value of hard work and earning money, earning the privileges that you have. MashaAllah, you guys are very fortunate that you come to a school, but you know, lots of money that your parents pay, especially your fathers, they go and earn this money. They are going out and working hard. It's easy to spend this money. It's very hard to earn it. So the boy understood the value of what fathers do for their family members as well. But also the respect, the relationship that you build with your fathers. How you treat your parents is one day how you will be treated. In the olden days, old people were seen to be useless. They were no good. So the tradition was they would take their old parents, leave them in the desert to die. They would leave them when they became of an age to leave them in the desert to die. So one boy took his father, he goes, Dad, you know the tradition in our culture. I'm going to leave you in the desert to die. And the dad goes, son, don't leave me at this spot. Leave me over there in that corner. The son goes, why? He goes, that's where I left my father to die, so I want to die there today as well. That's where I left my father to die, that's where I want to die. How you treat your parents is one day how your own children will treat you. And if you show respect and izzah to your parents, then Allah will appoint someone to show you the same level of respect when you are that age as well. It says in a hadith that you show respect to someone that is elderly or older than you, then Allah will appoint someone to show you respect when you are of a similar age and in a similar situation. So what examples are there of this respect from the life of our beloved Rasul? And I want to focus in on one relationship here. Not the father-son relationship. I want to focus in on the daughter-father relationship. Because usually sons, mashallah, have good relationships with their fathers, you know, go out, play sports, whatever. But daughters, you know, around your age, 7, 8, 9, 10, turning into teenagers, they start drifting away from their fathers. And they start separating. And then that relationship becomes very strained. So I want to focus in on this relationship with daughters and fathers. And in particular, Rasulullah. So Rasulullah with his daughter, how was he? Well, it mentions in a hadith when he would come in a room and Fatima, his beloved daughter, would be there, radiyallahu anha. He would get up. He would take her hand, kiss on the hand, kiss her on the forehead as well, and then make her sit in his seat. Now listen to this. When Fatima would come in a room, or when Rasulullah would come in a room and Fatima would be sitting, she would get up, she would kiss the Prophet. She would kiss him on his forehead and she would make her father sit in her seat. So a lesson to learn. Girls should have this affection towards their fathers as well. Don't be embarrassed. Nowadays we live in a culture where fathers are seen to be uncool and unfashionable and just so embarrassing and all this other kind of stuff. No, in the time of Rasulullah, the daughter, Fatima, she would show explicit affection. She would not be embarrassed. She would be proud of her relationship with her father and she would show physical affection as well. Now, how can daughters build this relationship with their fathers? Sometimes fathers are busy, they're away from home for long periods of time. What can you as young girls do to build this relationship with your father and have this happy relationship? Because remember, your father is your role model. He's your idea of what a man should be like. So you should learn from him and try to build this relationship. So number one, trust your fathers. Nowadays, girls hide secrets. They go to their mothers. Entrust your fathers. Talk to them about your day. Talk to them about issues and problems that you might be going through. Seek their advice. Because once you put your father in a position of trust and responsibility, watch, they won't let you down. They won't let you down. They are trustworthy people. And the advice that you get from other girls and females is different than the advice that you get from men and elderly men. Because they look at things from a different way. You know, the girls that you have that are your friends and your mothers, they look at things from a certain way. But men have a different perspective. So you should seek the advice of your fathers and see how they are trustworthy and they'll fulfill that trust of yours and not let you down. Try to find a common hobby. Something that you do with your fathers only. Something even around the house, cleaning the car every week, going to the park. Something that only you and your fathers get to do and spend that quality time together. So that that relationship doesn't deteriorate. You know, if you want something to progress, you have to give it time. You have to give it effort. You know, you can't just have one big lesson of English at the beginning in September and think you're still going to remember it in July. Every week, English. Every day, English. You have to read books at home. So don't think, oh yeah, I've done one big thing with my dad on Sunday, 2015, I'm okay now to 2052. No, weekly habits, daily habits, whether it's going out and participating in a sport, going out and having just daughter family fun time with your father, libraries, whatever it might be, whatever you have a common interest with your father. And most importantly, and this is the key thing here, don't take the relationship with your father for granted. Fathers are not always going to be around. You know, your mother, you always had the relationship, but fathers, sometimes they get busy with work, they get busy with the other children. Sometimes fathers become elderly as well. There will be a time when the father won't be around as well. Mother's always around, mashallah. You go home, they're there first thing in the morning, they're there last thing in the evening as well. Father's busy here, going over there, running out, running in the house, shopping, car needs petrol, everything. So you find the time to go with your fathers out as well. When they're going out, running their errands in the household, don't let your time be so valuable that you don't give any time to your fathers. There was one last story I'll mention. There was a girl, and she goes, Daddy, how much money do you earn? And he goes, I earn this amount of money. He goes, okay. So she found out how much he earned a day. And then she goes, right, how much did you earn in 1 hour? Then he broke it down. He goes, this is how much I earn in 1 hour. He goes, why are you asking? She goes, I just want to know. So she goes, Daddy, if I do chores around the house, can I get extra pocket money? He goes, yes. He goes, okay. So she worked, she earned, and she worked, and she used to do the cleaning and the washing, and she used to earn up and save up this money. And so 1 week went, 2 weeks went, 3 weeks went. Then she went back to her father. And one day he came back from work and he was very, very tired, very grumpy. He had a difficult day at work. She goes, Daddy, I just want to talk to you. He goes, go away. Go away. I'm just very busy. Just leave me alone for a few seconds. Just go away. So he goes, but Daddy, I just want to. She goes, no, go away. I have no time for you. So she left. She went upstairs. Then she came back downstairs and she had an envelope. And she gave it to her father. And he goes, what's this? She goes, Daddy, it's just something for you. So he opened the envelope and it was money that she had earned doing her chores. And he goes, why are you giving me this? He goes, Daddy, this is how much money you get for 1 hour at work. This is how much money you get for 1 hour at work. Can I buy 1 hour of your time to spend with me? Can I buy 1 hour of your time to spend with me? Father started crying, he's weeping. So this shows you the value of time, value of making this relationship with your father, and to make it clear that you want to spend time with him, that you love him. You know, it's embarrassing now, but people think, oh, to say to your parents you love them, this is a strange thing. Rasulullah's daughter would kiss Rasulullah in front of Sahaba. Grab him and make him sit in her seat. We can't even say the words, I love you, to our parents. It's really a disgrace. So, especially for the girls, build this relationship with your fathers. Don't let them become distant. You're at this age now where this gap can occur. And if this gap occurs, it becomes wider. Last few facts. Researchers now state one of the number one causes for depression and low self-esteem, not thinking good about yourself, amongst teenage girls in this country. Do you know what it is? Not stress. Lack of relationship with their fathers. That's one of the number one reasons why girls suffer from low self-confidence and depression, because they don't have a relationship with any strong male role model in their family. For you, that is your father, your middle gate of Jannah. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallah wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.